I want to officially welcome you to this wonderful seminar conference organized by the Think Christ movement. Think Christ movement is an empowerment movement that's focused on empowering people to achieve success through the principles of Christ. Our goal is to help awaken the greatness within each individual and to help people live in an effective, sustainable, and result-oriented life with a Christ-like mentality. Think Christ movement stands for possibilities and greatness. It's our belief that every soul on earth has the potential to be great and to live a purposeful life if they get access to the right information and knowledge on how things work. The founder of Think Christ movement is Pastor Francis K. Dogbachi. Can we give it up for him? This is the second edition of this conference, and we can testify that it is doing amazing things in the lives of our participants. Mr. Francis is the host of the Mentorship, Entrepreneurship, and Networking Conference. As a director and partner at Gentleak Flight Support, he seamlessly merges his business acumen with his passion for youth empowerment and entrepreneurship, believing fervently in the innate greatness within each individual. Mr. Dogbachi champions the idea that everyone possesses the potential for success. His diverse roles as a public speaker, empowerment coach, entrepreneur, certified flight dispatcher, and philanthropist reflect his multi-phased approach to uplifting others. Through monthly mentorship classes, Mr. Dogbachi actively empowers and guides ambitious youth along the path to success. His unwavering commitment to unlocking the potential within each individual underscores his tireless efforts in making a meaningful difference in their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the host and the founder of Think Christ movement, Mr. Francis K. Dogbachi.
Thank you very much. Please, we can have a seat. I want to welcome everybody once again, our distinguished guests and participants of this year's Mentorship, Entrepreneurship, and Networking Conference. I'm truly honored and delighted to welcome you all to this event. As we gather here today, we are embarking on a journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment. This conference is not just another event, but a platform for us to come together, learn from the experience of great minds doing great things in our society, in order to empower ourselves and create positive change in our lives and communities. Mentorship, entrepreneurship, and networking are three critical components that play a significant role in our lives as individuals and help us achieve our goals. I think it's our belief that when we have access to the right mentors, build relationships with experienced entrepreneurs, and build a strong network, we get access to valuable resources, insights, and opportunities that can help us become who we desire to be. As a young graduate myself years back, I had the privilege to be part of a seminar. And at that seminar, there was a colleague of mine that was hosting it, and he was talking about unlocking your greatness. At the end of the seminar, he asked each and every one of us to read a book. And the title of that book was The Richest Man in Babylon. So that evening when I went home, I took the book. He sent out a PDF version of it, read it, and after reading it, took keynotes. And all the things that the speakers at the seminar shared with us, I reflected upon it. And that was the beginning of my entrepreneurship journey. And I always say that seminar played a key role in shaping me to become who I am today. So we gathered here is a way of giving back to society. If a seminar was of benefit to me and helped shape me to become who I am today, then I believe that seminars will also help shape the future generations. So that's why we put together the Mentorship, Entrepreneurship, and Networking Conference to have key speakers share with us their journey. When they share with us, one thing that happens is that it gives us hope. There are times when you hear a speaker talking and he tells you where he began from, where he started from. Sometimes you see yourself at that same spot, and a voice within tells you, if he has been able to do it, you can also do it. That's the key focus of why we've gathered here today. When we talk about mentorship, entrepreneurship, networking, with the rise of unemployment among the youth, we believe that it will offer a pathway to job creation and economic growth when the youth are encouraged to start their own business. Entrepreneurship empowers the youth to take control of their future and build a more prosperous and suitable society for future generations. However, empowerment is not a one-time affair. It's up to us to cultivate the spirit to develop the greatness within us. After the seminar, we owe it to ourselves to keep developing. So I think, guys, what we came up with was a monthly mentorship seminar, whereby we have monthly mentorship class. We invite speakers to come on board to share their experience. So after the seminar, we still have monthly programs for those interested and those willing to learn more. Because we believe that empowerment shouldn't just be a one-day thing, but a continuous thing. So in conclusion, I want to honor the prayers of all our speakers here and say a big thank you to every one of them for accepting to be part of this program. One of the most important messages that I hope you take away from this conference is the importance of self-discipline, and perseverance in your journey. You need these two things if you want to come out of whatever situation you are in. No matter what you are told or no matter what the speakers say, if you lack the self-discipline to make it a part of you, it will end at nothing. There are times you hear people say they should tell us the shortcut secret and not the law. We know there's a shortcut. No, we are trying to avoid self-discipline. The process they share is what will work for each and every one of us. So whatever is shared with us, let's have the self-discipline to practice it and put it to use. So once again, welcome each and every one of you to this year's Mentorship, Entrepreneurship, and Networking Conference 2024.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us this opportunity to network and to learn. Well, can we clap for him again? Our very first speaker is a man, a business strategist. He has helped people. I've listened to him twice, not actively but passively. And even though I was even passively, whatever he said influenced me starting out my small business and contributing my quotes to family members that have businesses. He's in the person of Mr. Essien. Mr. Essien in the last 25 years has witnessed and helped build different business strategies, innovative projects that have impact on business profitability in different industries. Throughout his career, he harnessed his passion for improving the quality of lives and increasing shareholder values to motivate entire companies with fresh visions for the intrinsic value of products and services in FMCG, telecommunications, renewable energy, and other industries. Mr. Essien is a business leader, an ICF accredited professional certified coach, and a corporate trainer with over 18 years experience in telecoms and in FMCG. Stephen currently is the Chief Operations Officer for Jibu Incorporated, a for-profit social enterprise that prioritizes impact in Africa and beyond. Mr. Stephen in the past worked with multinational brands like Zain. How many of us remember Zain? Yeah, Zain, Airtel, Vodafone, Tigo, Zega Energy Limited, and Delight Africa, where he worked as a senior call center manager, head of user and customer experience, chief business officer, Managing Director and Group CX Director for Africa, having oversight over many countries. Stephen is passionate about changing lives and increasing shareholder profitability that impacts every aspect of business with the most noticeable influence on leadership, customers, and employees. Mr. Stephen has mounted many international platforms, spoken at several conferences about business leadership, commercial transformation, customer experience, customer acquisition, customer retention, and corporate management best practices, and many more. Mr. Steven achieved 700 hours of leadership, executive, and business coaching in 2022, trained over many salesmen and women, over 1,500 customer experience agents in Ghana, West and East Africa for telecoms, renewable energy, D2D sales, and banking, over 150 middle and senior managers on leadership communication. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Stephen Essien.
Good morning. How are we doing? First of all, let me thank God for bringing us all here safely on a Saturday morning. I know we all have lots of things to do, but we thank the mighty man out there to bringing us all here safely. Secondly, to the man who brought us here, Francis, good job. Good job. This is not an easy task to bring this seasoned man here. Third, to the senior men and dignitaries right in front here, I salute you all in time to impact into the next generation. These things excite me a lot. You know why? Because I always play back when I was young. I didn't get opportunity. So I asked myself, where you are now, if you got the opportunity, then what would have happened? So if you are here, clap for yourself for being here. These things we come to conferences to share are based on experience, based on the things that we've done. You know, when you go to Google Scholar, it says standing on the shoulders of greats one to be what? Greater. So these opportunities that you get, do not joke with it. Come fully loaded, fully prepared for a day that will transform your life. Francis just mentioned that he read a book that transformed or changed his mindset about some few things. The same way, all the presentation here might not be mine, might not be any other person. One person, just one liner, will change your life forever. It might be just a word in a presentation that will change your life forever. So just open up your hearts, open up your minds, and learn. Pick as much as you can and learn. So I for the past 6 years, I've been shuffling in and out of Ghana a lot. I think less than 30% of my life I've been here. I work in East Africa. I work with a social enterprise organization. It's for profit, so you understand it's not NGO. The bit has to bring the money. It looks like an NGO, but if you are not making your numbers. So I double up as chief commercial and then group chief commercial and then group chief operations as well, supervising over 11 countries. So it's a tedious job for me. All I do is live in hotels and in the flights without missing my bed that I paid for. You know what I mean? So it's tedious, but I love doing this. One of the key things I've done in the past, I mean, as you saw the profile, mentoring and coaching. In the next couple of weeks, maximum a month from now, I should move from PCC, which is a professional coaching, to be a master coach, which is the highest level of coaching in ICF. I pursue the coaching because of the joy it brings me, not the money, although I charge for coaching, but the joy it brings me for seeing people that I've spoken to, that I've directed, make impact. So when I have like a check-in with somebody that I could, let's say 2002 to 2022, and the person shows progress, it brings excitement and joy. So that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about strategic mentorship and leadership for business, empowering the new entrepreneurs and builders for success. Somebody must get it clear. We have different types of coaching. We have different types of mentorship. And mentorship is not coaching. Coaching is not what? Mentorship. So get it clear. I'll focus more on mentorship, right? So the next slide, I like the statement from
John F. Kennedy says, leadership and learning is indispensable to each other. Anybody who wants to be in a leadership role, you must make your mind to learn every blessed day. Right? My bishop says that a leader who have a library is a liability. Do you believe that? If you want to be a leader, so learning, it's indispensable. You cannot say that I want to be a leader in my role, either in the corporate world, either I open up a new venture, I become an entrepreneur, and you do not learn. It is not possible. It doesn't work. And learning is not only the classroom learning. Learning is from many, many other sources. Self-tuition, learning from somebody from distance. There are so many ways in learning. And one is mentorship. Mentorship is where you get someone who's experienced to impact into you. Are we clear on that? So I said what? Leadership. If you want to be a leader, that's why you're here. You need to understand that you cannot forgo learning. There's no way you can forgo learning. There's no way you can forgo learning. Let me show you the next slide. Every leader has a vision. Every leader has what? A vision. That's leadership. If you don't have foresight, you can't be a leader. If you don't have foresight, you can't be an entrepreneur. That's the reason why people come build a business and they die. Because they don't have vision. They've seen that everybody's doing pure water. They do pure water. They see that everybody's polishing shoe. Let's polish shoe. But if you are in a business to do what? To be an entrepreneur or be a leader, you must have vision. He says good business leaders create a vision, articulate the vision, and passionately own the vision, and relentlessly drive it to completion. That is leadership. That is anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur. You have the vision, you ensure that you move it to completion, right? But the second bit about mentorship talks about, next slide. Is our clicker working? It says a great mentor listens, guides, and reflects, turning the vision into a journey of growth and success. So you know you have a vision, right? So the role of the mentor is the one who listens to you, guide you, and turn that vision into what? Success. So every leader, look, we have senior people in this country, senior people in the world who still have mentors and coaches. Sometimes, one time I was going to speak to my mentor, and he says, it clashes with the time that I'm speaking to my mentor. And I was like, the mentor get mentor. Senior person in Africa, very senior person, I booked and said, oh, Stephen, I'm sorry, I need to speak to my mentor. I was like, oh, really? Obia or the master? You understand? So the mentor's job is come to listen to what you're doing, show him the vision that you have. He will guide you and do what take you. But the next slide talks about the leader. So we are combining the mentor and the leader. It says, together, leadership and mentorship forge the path to business excellence, transforming the challenges into achievements and dreams into realities. Did you get that? Right? So you cannot have a mentor and not have yourself leading as well. You must have a mentor, but you must have self-leadership as well. When the two come together, they move dreams into what? Reality. When the two comes together, they move dreams into reality, which brings me to my next slide. And I have a bold statement written there. Right? It says strategic leadership and mentorship are not just complementary. They are not complementary. They are deeply intertwined, each reinforcing the other success. Right? So I can't say that I lead a team and have a mentor. I'll listen to the mentor, talk to the mentor, but I can't lead. The same way you think you have a business, you are a great leader. You've set up the business. The business is 5 years, it's 2 years, it's 6 months, it's doing well, money is coming in. There's good money, so I don't need a mentor. That's a mistake. This statement is saying that we need the two to do what? Intertwine. We need the two to come together, right? So you can name it. All the big industries, Vodafone, wherever you find yourself, M.EN, the CEOs have coaches and mentors. The CEOs, I'm a C-suite. I've been in C-suite for more than 18 years, but I still have a mentor. I still have a coach. I hope you understand. So that's it. Do not think that, you can do it all by yourself. The two must go in hand, right? Next slide. So I want to just differentiate the two. Strategic leadership, it shapes the vision and direction where you're going. It shapes the vision and direction. You know the vision, where you want to go, how you want to get there, how you want to pursue that dream, the things you need to achieve, the milestones that you need to achieve to make sure you get the goal. That is strategic leadership. Now, next slide talks about mentorship. It says it cultivates the wisdom and resilience needed to navigate the journey. I like the word wisdom. Do you know why the word wisdom is there? Because somebody who has walked the path, somebody who thinks higher and bigger than you, helps you and guide you and shape you into the right path. So mentorship is critical. And in Africa, we don't believe in that. We don't believe in mentorship. Recently, someone called me and said, I want you to mentor my team. He has a team, middle management, I think about 24. And I was like, this is a large number. I can't. Oh, no, force. I said, I can bring a friend and we share 12 and do it. They said, okay, that's great. Now let's go to the table and talk. They said, where's this guy? We are only in Panama Kasake, no. Right? So that's how it is, right? So the two come together, create a powerful synergy that propels the individuals and organizations toward unparalleled achievement. The two come together. So look, MasterCard is devoting about $500 million for mentorship across Africa. Why are they doing that? Why are they investing in such, venture? Why are they doing that? Recently, they devoted another about $100 million for youth leadership coaching because they understand that mentorship, we need to hold people's hand and guide them through. We cannot do it all by ourselves. So that is the key for you to understand, right? I need to share the value of mentorship for new entrepreneurs, right? And these are facts, well researched. You can take your time and research, right? The first one, say survival rate. Businesses, we have survival rate. In Africa, I think it's about 3 years for SMEs, right? 3 years. So if you have a business, it's more than 3 years, clap for yourself. If it's not yet 3 years, keep praying. And the survival rate is not just the business is there, or you register the business is there, it's making profit. And so the survival rate, according to a survey done by UPF, which is it's not the 1 year old in America, right? 70% of small businesses that receive mentoring survive more than 5 years, double the survival rate for non-mentored businesses. It's huge. And clearly, when COVID came, we did a research after COVID to see the businesses that survived COVID. Because that time, I was moving from associate coach to professional coach. So we did a survey across Africa, I think about 6 countries. And most of the businesses that died around that time, they didn't speak to anybody. They felt they could do it alone. The businesses that survived, about 20% of them said, at that point, I realized I can't do it alone. I called somebody and asked, what should I do? How can I do it? How are you guys doing it in your organization? How are you guys surviving? What can I do to also survive? So 70% of businesses that survived the first 5 years in the US. In the US is 5 years. Africa is 3 years. That's the reason why you see a shop in the mall. The next time you go, it's not there. You've written coming soon, another company. I hope you understand. It's 3 years, 36 months. Because people don't ask questions. People they don't become, let me use the word, vulnerable. They don't become vulnerable and say, this is my challenge. What do I do? When you call, recently I did some coaching for some young people. And when it came, I stopped. I was going to be a 3 months free coaching. I stopped midway because all the people who came, their profile was bigger than me. And I was like, guys, this is meant to be yourself. You don't have a website. The guy will give titles and we keep our own and I'm the CEO as a boss. Let's be very vulnerable and ask questions, right? Next slide. Growth and performance. A study by Kaba found that 92% of small businesses agree that mentors have a direct impact on the growth and survival of their business. 92%. This survey was done for 7,000 businesses in America and Canada. 92% says what? The mentors have direct conversation. Look, big businesses devote money down for mentorship. So it's not just because we want to do mentorship, not because Francis loves doing it every month, he likes talking, but it's just growing people, listening and guiding. Next slide. Impact on success. 75% says the Small Business Administration, SBA, reports that 75% of small business owners who receive 3 or more hours of mentoring report higher revenues and increased growth. Look, the cheapest right now you can get somebody to speak for 1 hour is, I think, about $220. The cheapest for you to get a mentor or a coach, a professional certified one, is around $220 an hour. Because realize that people are making money and putting it in their pocket. Right? So mentorship is key. So if you have these programs, we have Francis and Co. and people are doing it for free, grab it with all your 2 hands. Next slide. Next slide. Networking opportunities. We're here. Before you leave, take somebody's number. Before you leave, know what somebody is doing. And we all know what is networking is. I don't want to go into networking conversation. It's a broad one that we can speak about it the whole day, the importance and the benefits of it. It says research by Forbes indicates 90% of entrepreneurs who utilize mentorship have larger, more diverse network, which contributes to opportunities for growth and development. Because when I speak to you and you have a challenge, probably I know my brother here who can solve it for you. If I speak to somebody, the person says, look, my website is dying. I don't have, I say, oh, but I know a guy who does websites. Let's connect. And that is what the mentors are there to do for you, to guide you and shape. Next one. The next one talks about learning and development. We all know LinkedIn. A survey was done and realized that 89% of small, medium businesses owners report that business mentor can help them learn and grow their business as well as themselves. So this one, I didn't go to the classroom. Remember I said leadership and learning is what? Indispensable, right? You cannot separate it. You cannot do anything about it. But LinkedIn is showing that 89% of leaders are saying that mentorship helps their business to grow. You don't go and learn it in the book. Somebody has walked the path. The person shows what he or she did to improve the business, right? I want to share a case study, right? Whatever happens, stays here, but no name to the business. So as I mentioned, after COVID, we did a survey. So next slide talks about it. We did a survey in many, many organizations. So the tech business is based in Australia, right? The tech business was flourishing, doing very well. These are young, 4 people who set up a business, doing so well. So 2 senior citizens, 2 senior retired coaches from the US traveled on holiday in Australia. And they said, oh, guys, we're here. I mean, selfishly, they won't just put their name should be attached to the business because it's growing well. They offered a 2-year free coaching service. These guys, all that they want is just, recognition. The guy said no. They won't do it. Down the line, the business failed. Down the line, the fintech, it just collapsed. Recently, we read somewhere, I don't know whether you guys know about it, the young Ghanaian who got some money, about $30 million or so, into fintech. It's gone. Right? It's gone. Nigeria, it's happening. Because these young boys do not take mentors to guide them. You don't take people who are seasoned to say, look, you've got $30 million. Look, I'll explain. The guy who got about 20 million, in actual fact, bought a house, bought a car, bought a new office space, bought cars for all his people. By the time they settled 1 year, like 80% of the money is gone. And then inflows were not coming again. They collapsed. And these things are affecting us because it's a fund money that was given to an African. The person who gave the money, do you think they will do it again? And that's the challenge. Let's try and use people. The one on the right, let's go back. The one on the right was a farm in Kenya. There was a farm in Kenya. An old man, very old, he was around 74, and his son. But look at a 74-year-old man who has a business, but yet called three 36, 37, and 42-year-old boys to come and guide him run his business. 74. He called 36, 37, and 42-year-old to come and guide him in his business. He is the second biggest firm in East Africa right now. So mentorship is not about age. It's not about what the person has done before. It's about the person's mindset and the person's readiness to help and guide you genuinely, without malice, without any emotional attachment. See it as it is, direct you as it is, and be very truthful to you. Your business will do what? Will survive. Am I making sense? Your business will survive. So you see the difference. An old person went here, the guys didn't accept him. The business failed. An old person accepted a very young person, and the business is doing so well. The business is doing so well. Next slide. So I want to share just 4 keys, right? 4 keys of how we can do it very well, leadership and mentorship. The first one is embrace continuous learning. Embrace continuous learning. It is very important that you embrace continuous learning. For leadership, you need to commit to a lifelong learning. You cannot be a leader and you don't read. It's not possible. It is not possible because we are not, the world is not static. We are in the VUCA world. Things are changing. Things are becoming volatile. Things are changing. So you need to make sure that you are learning every blessed day of your life. You need to encourage a learning mindset. If you don't have a learning mindset, if you do have, I know it all, nobody in this room can advise you. If you have, I know it all attitude, nobody here can advise you. Recently, I met a guy who is in social media, very normal influencers, and something happened, and he said, somebody introduced me to him and said, oh, speak to this guy, let him guide you. He went to check my numbers on social media to compare to his. Yes, welcome here, right? He went to compare my numbers on Instagram to his. So when we were talking, he said, oh, boss, but, me if I get numbers past you. This attitude, how can you grow? It's not the numbers. The conferences I have spoken at, the stages I've been on, he has never seen those stages before. But he's looked at my numbers on Instagram. He went to check Instagram and said, oh, but your numbers be small. My numbers are... So I can't advise him on how he can monetize Instagram. I can't advise him. That's his point. You must be a lifelong learner. You must have that attitude and mindset to learn from everybody. Seek and provide constructive feedback. Ensure that you are getting feedback. Look, I like this account proverb. Ask. I have this attitude. Every year, I'll send an email to the entire team organization. Look, my organization is big. We are 2,300 across Africa. At least 50% of them, I'll send an email and say, guys, thank you for the year end. What's my feedback? My communication with you, my attitude towards you, this towards you. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's bad, what do? I have to change. So seek feedback. Next slide. Point 3, develop emotional intelligence. This is key, and this has killed so many people. Develop what? Emotional intelligence. It's very important you're very stable. Your IQ is on point. Leadership is not easy. Things that come to you as a leader. I always tell my team that when they come and complain, I say the things we are carry for my head, if I put for your head. If I put for your head. One time, there's a guy who always nag about, the time and everything we close. So I was going into a board meeting, it's virtual, and I asked him to come and sit in the room with me. Let's do the board meeting. For 2 hours, his mouth was like. So he finished, it's like, so the Monday morning meeting, the hits you are giving to us is small. Develop emotional intelligence as a leader. It's very important. The one is initiate a structured mentorship relationship. When you are a mentee, it is your responsibility to make sure the mentorship works. Recently, the guy DM'd me and said, oh, when are you back in GH? I said, I'm back on this day. He said, I want to see you. I said, okay, let's meet on Wednesday. The Wednesday has not come for him. He's waiting for me to reach out to him again. I will never do that till Jesus Christ comes. Say amen. I will never do that, because if you are, it's your responsibility. The mentor has a lot to do. It's your responsibility. Who gets a greater benefit from that relationship? So you need to ensure that you have a structured time, and follow it holistically, follow it religiously. Oh, offer me a member. No. You need to structure it. Have a structured one. It's not any time that you meet the person and you are talking to the person. Right? If even I know you, if I know my boss here and I said I want him to be my mentor, I would just not meet him on the road and say, oh, Daddy, can I talk to you? No, I'll email him and book time. The first time I did with somebody I know, the person was like, and when I met him that 1 hour, it was a business conversation. It wasn't paddy. I got in, I was like, good morning, sir. Good morning. And the guy was, because when we meet in town, we hug, we shake and hug. But when I got in, I said, good morning, sir. I said, good morning. It was like, hey, Baba. I said, yes, sir. I sat down, brought my notebook, and said, these are the 4 points that is worrying me. I want to discuss with you. So, like within 2 seconds, he also changed and realized that this is a professional meeting. 1 hour, undiluted professional time. Immediately I closed my book. I was like, boss man, I mean, what? I was like, hey. So when he was going to see me off, he was like, Charlie, you earned some respect from me. I didn't come to sit by and, no, business. And he coached me for 6 months. He mentored me for 6 months. Anytime we get on Zoom or face-to-face, it is not, oh, and I'm sorry for what to say, and no. Business, my pointers, whatever he asks me to do, I present to him. He gives me feedback. When we finish, we can chat for 45 minutes, 1 hour on Zoom. Structured, because I want benefit out of it. So don't take anybody's number. Look, and the young people, the reason why we don't mentor you, we mentor 1, 2, 3 school fees. Mentor 1, 2, 3. My mother has done this. Oh, that's the fact. 3 or 4. Mommy is not dead. That's the fact. Look, for the past 15 years, I've spoken all the universities in Ghana, everywhere. And you get a toll list, the next minute is, oh, my studies fee and my whole fee. That's not mentorship, bro. That's not mentorship. That's extortion. So please, let's be very serious. And, if you want people to mentor you, look, and I think people want to share their experience. All these big men are here because they want to share with you. They just want to share. It's just Saturday. We should be by some poolside playing golf or doing something. But we're here to share. People are ready to share. But are you ready to have a structured conversation? Are you ready to follow suit? Look, I mentor 25 university graduates across Africa. Most of them are coming from LAU, from Rwanda. I told them, I'm not going to force you. End of the month, MasterCard will wire the money into my account. I will not force anybody. This is a mentorship and a mentee and a mentor relationship. I'm not the one to come and email you and say, Stephen, where are you? We are supposed to meet Wednesday. No. I'm expecting you to email me and say, sir, we are meeting. This week is our meeting. These are the 3 slots. I have Wednesday, Thursday. Choose one. Then I will choose one. I've told them. So I wrote to MasterCard. I said, look, I have a lot on my table. If the mentee doesn't make a move, I don't care. I have a contract with you. You go pay me. So now they are being serious. They will come and act. So have a structured, look, it can be your father. Have a structured meeting with your father. Have you seen that video when a young lady asked her father for loan? The father said, do a business case and present. She did a business case and then she was in pajamas. She said, no, go and wear a suit and present at home. Seriousness. So even in the house, the man sat in his couch and the girl had to wear a suit to present the business case for the money. Recently, I heard Jay-Z. He said he went to a program and somebody said, oh, he needs about $20,000. He says, no, I don't give. My family member, I don't give. The person should book an appointment. Let's sit down and discuss business. That's how it is. So get it in mind. The point 4 is key to me, structured. And I'm hammering this because I meet lots of people. When I'm buying kenke, somebody wants to give me all his problem at the kenke joint. Please. Please. let's have a structured meeting and have a conversation. Next slide. Right? Implementation, leadership, and mentorship for business. Right? So I developed this grow. Right? I developed this. It's a goal setting. Right? Set clear targets before you meet the person. Clearly tell the person what exactly you are expecting out of the relationship that you have. Set clear targets. People come and say, we want a job. What do you want to do? Hey, anything. What? So I want to set up a business. What business do you want to set up? So I don't know whether, why are you calling me? So we expected set clear target, but you see, time no day. So if you have 45 minutes to someone, you come with clear plan. This is what I want to do. A, B, C, D. Then we'll move ahead. Set clear target. Next slide. Reality check. Evaluate the existing knowledge, what you know, what you don't know, and go and discuss. Evaluate your skills, your experiences within the organization or the business you have. This will help you understand the needs that you have. The needs. It's just not fun that, okay, we have a meeting and then you come and we're all over the place, right? Recently, my friends, we are 5 of us. We're doing 6 months coaching for people. We put on LinkedIn. We got over 250 people who applied. Yesterday, I had an info session. We selected only 35. We had an info session. And this morning, I told my team, I'm sacking 5. Because clearly, they don't know what they want. They don't know why they click on that register thing and registered. And yesterday, wasted our time on the call. So I said, Charlie, this person, no. Send them a link, and it's all over the place. Be very clear yourself. What don't I know? What you see, if you check yourself and you realize that you don't know finance, so your mentor, you know the strength of the mentor you need to pick up, not any other person. So do self-check. And I ask people, have you done your self-SWOT analysis? People have not done it before. I have my own SWOT analysis. If even the people I employ in my team, you must come to complement some weakness in my life. So every mentor must come and complement what? Some weakness you have. So do a reality check. Check yourself very well. What do I have? What don't I have? What do I need? Options exploration. Look wide. Look wide. Look into different formats and structures of your mentoring program, right? Face to face. Look, yesterday morning, 3 days today, somebody in our Ghana subsidiary resigned. The person called, distress call. I want to see you. And I was like, what is it? He said, I want to see you in person. I drove like an hour to meet the person. He says, I want to, recall my resignation. And he nearly slammed the person. I said, we could have done this in Zoom or Google Meet. Do you understand? Because that 1 hour, I could have done something better, bigger. So when you structure, say, look, I want to do this conversation is Teams. This conversation is face-to-face. This conversation is 3 months. This conversation is weekly. Have structure. Explore all angles, right? That's the reason why my team, the people I mentor, if you are emailing me for a meeting, you must give me options, 3 options, because my time is not for you. I can reply and say, do 2 weekdays and 1 weekend. And I wake up at 5 a.m. in Ghana because East Africa most of the times is later in the morning, and do my coaching, and then I move. So explore all angles, explore everything. Willingness to act. Recently, I met a team as well, and I told them leadership is by choice. It's a decision that you need to make. They didn't understand. Whatever you want to do, if you don't have the willingness to act, you cannot do it. Launch your program, your mentorship program with a clear action plan. Decide, I want to do it. If you don't decide, you'll not be able to do it. If you don't decide, so clearly, you must have the will to do it. You must have the will to do it. That's like, there are challenges, right? I just want to read through the challenges very well. First one talks about the right time, right? Scheduling. Utilize time management tools. There are many time management tools. If you email me, I'll email you back my Calendly time. You go in there, you select the time that I'm available. At my end, I'll block the times that I'm busy. So everybody can do it. You can put your schedules together, email it to the people, let them see it, and then advise. I am meeting my coach next week. I emailed her, and I was like, these are my time zones from this time to this time, I'm in GMT. This time to this time, CET. This time to this time, I'm here. This time to this time, here. I'm not available this day, I'm traveling. So I've given her, I wait for her to decide the one she's available that we can meet. When she's done, we'll lock it up. So meetings for February and is done, March, June, it's all locked in the system. You can also do it. It's not big deal. You have phones. The phones, they have that capability. It's not only TikTok that works on your phone. It's not TikTok. Go, Calendly is there, Meeting, Minor is there. There are so many of them. Get the right ones and start using them. The next one, communication, effective communication between. Have a clear communication guidelines. Have clear communication guidelines. Have clear communication guidelines. Look, when it comes to a bit of mentorship and all those things, I'm a bit ruthless kakra because it's free. There are many people pulling me. So I have a meeting with someone and the guy said, boss, who is your boss? No, I hope you understand. Immediately it becomes it's turning to be a joke. And I was like, address me properly. You can call my name, you say, hey, Charlie, boss man. We are done. We are done. Set communications guidelines clearly. The next one is how to measure impact. If you have your things that you expect to do, trusting him, you know what you need to achieve. Are we clear? What you need to achieve. End goal. Why are we meeting? Why do you want me to mentor you? You should be able to tell me that after the 3 months, after the 6-month mentorship, this is my expectation. This is the picture I have in my head. This is where I want to reach. This is where I want to go with my business. If you don't have those things, it's a waste of time. It's just going to be a conversation. We go, next slide. Right, so my closing words, reflect on your leadership journey, seek a mentor, implement one strategy that I've mentioned about, commit to continuous improvement. Commit to what? Continuous improvement. Very, very important. And my closing statement. Leadership and mentorship are the wings that will allow your business to soar to new heights. Embrace these principles, invest in them wholeheartedly, and watch as they transform not only your professional journey, but also the lives of those around you. The future is bright for those who lead with vision, but guide with what? Wisdom. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Elia, I can see hands up. So we'll take 3 questions. So can we see 3 hands up? Only 3. So there's gentleman 1, 2, 3, just 3.
Hi, my name is Godswe. I'm a cultural exchange planner, so I'm in the travel and tour space. I'd like to know what else can you do if you try to approach several mentors to mentor you within your business space and they don't seem interested, especially local mentors. So it's often appeared the mentors I've contacted abroad are willing to offer support, but then they also don't have local context. So they often advise to get local mentors, but you approach the ones in the travel industry and they don't seem to be interested. So I'm wondering what else could be there. Thank you.
So we'll take all 3 questions and then he'll answer them at once.
Right. So this is just to also hammer on what the earlier person asked about how to get into difficult people to mentor you. Most of the time, we know they have time constraints and so on. But how do you get to them to get them to mentor you? My main question here is, what is the difference between mentorship and coaching? And can mentorship be a side hustle? Because I'm sure almost everybody here is looking for a side hustle. So can I be a business person and then mentorship is my side hustle? Thank you.
Thank you once again. My name is Veronica Golightly. I'm the chief servant for Kingdom Support Foundation, and I have a project that is targeted at raising a purposeful generation, and I'm targeting the young ones. So mostly organized institutions like schools, churches, social clubs, etc. Listening to you, Mr. Steven, thank you very much for all that amazing works that you've produced for us today. Is it ethically right to ask for mentorship for free? Because I'm looking for mentors to help me raise this young generation. I'm a new starter as well, so I don't have all the funds, even though I know maybe I have to make some allocation to pay a mentor to help me raise these young ones. But is it ethically right that I ask a mentor to mentor these young ones for free? Thank you.
Hi. Okay, thank you. Let me start from the last one. Of course, when you're agreeing, the new questions stick in your head than the old. Yeah, it's very right. I have about 4 mentors. All is free, but I have a paid coach. I hope you understand. So it depends on what you want. So you write, you establish your objective, and clearly make it known that I don't have money to pay. And there are many people out there who just want to share. They don't have the opportunity to share. As I stated that 5 of us put on LinkedIn that we want to mentor people for free. If I tell you the number of mentors that has reached out to us that they want to be part of it, but the 5 of us have worked together for more than 15 years. So we agree that we don't want anybody to come in for the meet. Let's start. Let it run the show. We don't know the motive and ideas people have in joining us. So at least let's run the first 2. If it's very successful, we have plans around it, then we can just get it running. So there are many people out there who will do for free, right? So, don't be scared and mention that you want it for free, and that's it. If you also can offer something, right, that probably have this business, I don't mind doing your ocean for you. I don't mind doing this. It's butter, right? Anything, put it out there, and that's what we don't get from the young people. People want to take, they don't want to give. They want to take, but they don't want to give. So come in and say, look, I have a graphic design. I can design all your posters for you or flyers, but in return, I want mentorship for free. Do something. We always want to take. We don't want to give. That's the point. We need to do it. I have a mentor. I said, look, wherever she organizes conferences across, I was like, wherever in Africa, I'll foot my own bill, foot my own hotel, and I'll come and speak for you. In exchange, I want mentorship. And for the past 2 years, that's what we do. For the past 2 years, I've spoken to her more than just about 3 times. She has organized 2 events. I've my own ticket, my own hotel. Because that 1 hour she gives me is valuable to me. And I use her to, when I need some project that has money and I need to negotiate, I go to her to teach me how to go and negotiate. I hope you get it. So it's not always that I want free, but I also offer something, right? The second one was, it was 2 questions in one. Bring my mind to it. Moderator, have we forgotten? The side hustle. Yeah, you can. You see, good. The difference between coaching and mentorship. Coaching is a professional job. Coaching is not professional. So when I have a coaching session with, sorry to use honorable here, I'm not going to tell him what to do. The 1 hour is he will decide what he wants to do based on training. So coaching, we explore the mind of the people. We help you explore. So if I'm doing coaching with you, it's all about questions. No answers. You bring the answers out. That is professional coaching. So when I see people who are the coach, you know the coach. Proper coaching, I will sit with you for 1 hour and I will not tell you to do this. I'll ask you questions, leading questions that will let you find out what you need to do. That is coaching. Mentorship is guidance. Mentorship is what I would say that, boss, where you are going is slippery. Don't go there. The same conversation, coaching, I will not tell you. Coaching, I'll ask you questions for you to know that a slippery area. So coaching, it's a skill and it's trained. I taught this coaching when I started, and they school you on the sort of questions you ask. moving the person from a negative frame to a positive frame. There are technicalities many in coaching, right? Express of desire, express of interest, express of goal. I was like, what is this? So coaching is different from mentorship. Mentorship is just saying that, okay, boss, no, don't do that. Why don't you try it this way? That is mentorship. That's what I said. They use their experience, right, to guide you. The wisdom they have to guide you. But when it comes to coaching, you don't. You can't even tell the person, don't even cry. If the person is crying on a call, you have no right. They'll mark you down. To tell the person, oh, it's okay, Jaisun. No. You allow the person to keep quiet. You keep quiet in actual fact for the person to cry. If it's even 20 minutes, you are quiet. If you are not lucky and maybe the external monitors, they come on a call to monitor you. And that is coaching. You sit down quietly. You don't ask, have you finished crying? You only say, I understand how you feel. If you feel better, I'm ready to continue. But mentorship, I can say, stop crying. I hope you understand the difference, right? And then the very first one was what? The first one, who can bring my mind? So, yeah, it's connected. Yes, you can do it. But as I stated, it's based on experience, right? Charlie, if you don't have enough in you, you can't give. So when I see these young people on LinkedIn say they are mentors, they are coaches, and they are just 2 years from school, I laugh. If you don't have in you, you can't do what? So me, if I'm you, I would work hard on myself, build myself, then I start giving out. But you can start small. We all started by catching some university people and advising them, and it became, a hobby, and then we grew out of it. So please, you can do it as a sector. Have I answered all the 3 questions? Yeah. The first one, what was the question?
The question was, how do you get mentors in the travel space?
Yes. Bossu.
So I'm a graphic designer, I'm a social media manager, and photographer.
Yeah.
So I've tried to offer these skills and experiences in 10
Yeah.
internships that I don't get.
I get you. Are you married?
And
How many girls have you dated? More than 5. Keep trying, you get the right person. Keep trying. The first one didn't work. The second one didn't work. Third didn't work. Fourth. Now you're on the 5th one. Who knows he's going to be sick next time? The same way. It's a joke I normally say, right? I keep telling people, when I meet young people, we talk about relationships. I said, look, there's no man who is stingy in this world. No man. Just that your desire and his desire doesn't meet. That's why I don't get his money. Is it making sense? And this stays here, nobody cares about it. I can buy my girlfriend, those days, a laptop worth like 10,000 Ghana cedis. I couldn't buy my girlfriend a Mac for the face for 500. The desire don't meet. So the same way, the person's desire is not meeting what you are offering. I hope you understand. What you are asking, it doesn't meet the person's desire. There are people who are ready to come and want to mentor people. If you find that person, that's it. So don't stop writing. Keep writing. You find the right person. So there's no one fit and say, oh, once I've tried 1 or 2 and I don't get anybody, that's it. Keep trying. Look in the industry who you think will need your services. And say, in exchange, I want you to just mentor me. Every quarter, I want to sit with you 30 minutes or 1 hour and listen to you, share my problems or share my plans, and then you can guide me. It will work, right? Thank you very much.